Alrighty, people of the world, this is GTAraj, and I've got something insanely different on the channel tonight, I'll tell you that much. Holy shit. Yeah, we're gonna be trying to solve the Vaudeville murders. So here's the thing. This is a game that is powered by AI. So essentially, you use your microphone and this, yeah, use your microphone. Mine's right here, and you speak into the microphone, and the game will reply back to you. And whenever you click something like Circus Saxabar, Gravesend Manor, Pascal Groceries, etc., etc., when you're chatting to people in the game, you can have a conversation with them properly. It's AI. It's an AI response. They will come up with a response just like that. Right off the bat. So yeah, we're gonna have a conversation with the game in a little bit. Let me just finish putting my link out real quick, and then we will get right on into it. My biggest issue right now is going to be the accent, because, well, when you do this kind of stream, your accent kind of matters as to whether or not the computer can understand you. So that is going to be my main issue that I have to try and solve tonight. I just have to put the link out in one more place and we will be Gucci. Alright. Hell, right. Let's give this a whirl in a little second, let people filter in. And then we shall skedaddle onto it, shall we? La 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 la. It is time for me to grab this. La 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 la. I'll be done. Not done. Let me grab this drink. I'm gonna be speaking a lot more than normal. So I need to keep my old pipes clean. Right, so I've got the Vaudeville murders to solve. Let's go to the police station. I will not be able to reply to chat when I'm in the middle of the conversation because they will respond to whatever I say. So we're going in now. Good evening, Chief Kretsky. Could you enlighten me on the situation that we're dealing with here, please?
Situation? You mean the murder case? Well, we've got ourselves a real mess here. A body found at the theater, stabbed to death. The victim is none other than Marina H., one of the performers. Seems like there's more than one person with a motive, if you ask me. But don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of it. Anything specific you want to know?
When it comes to Marina H., what makes you think that there is more than one person with a motive for this murder?
More than one murderer? Well, it's just a hunch, really. With a performer like Marina, she could have rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Jealousy, rivalries, you name it. But it's too early to say for sure if there's more than one culprit. We're still gathering evidence and interviewing the potential suspects. It's a tangled web we're dealing with, Detective.
Do you think it is possible that she robbed people the correct way?
Robbing people the correct way. That's an interesting way to put it. But let me tell you, in my experience, performers like her, they're always stirring up trouble. The entertainment world can be a cesspool of jealousy and deceit. So, no, I highly doubt that she was robbing anyone the right way. That's not how it works in this town. Now, let's focus on finding the truth, shall we?
Oh yes, I wholeheartedly agree that we should go about finding the truth about these murders, who done it, and you know all that kind of well stuff. Really.
Wait a minute, did you just refer to the murder victim as his mother? I must have misheard you. Marina H. was not a mother, as far as I know. Are you sure you have your facts straight, detective? Let's not jump to conclusions here. We need to stick to the facts and find the real culprit. Keep your head on straight, and let's get to the bottom of this case.
Well, Chief Gretzky, if you'd stop interrupting me, you would have known that I had a frog in my throat, so I do apologize. But yes, we do have to find the culprit of Marina H's murder.
Marina's chess mother. I'm sorry, but I don't recall any mention of her being a mother. Are you sure you have accurate information? We can't afford to make assumptions or mix up the details in a serious investigation like this. If there's something I'm missing, please enlighten me.
You very much misheard, Chief Gretzky.
Hold on a minute, detective. I'm not sure I follow. Could you kindly clarify what exactly I've misunderstood or missed? I'm here to solve this case, but I can only work with the facts provided to me.
You're interrupting me again. I misspoke.
Yeah, my apologies for the interruption, detective. It seems I may have jumped the gun there. Please go ahead and continue. I'm curious to hear what else you have to say about the case.
Okay, so we have nothing else to talk to Chief Gretzky about. He's not the person you go for the information. He's the person you kind of like tell information to. But you can also, as the kids would say, fuck around and find out. So I think what we're going to be doing is a mixture of messing around and also actually try to solve this. So let's Cabana Violet. Click. She's not the one I was hoping for. No. Good evening, Miss Potter. Have you heard about the recent murders in Vaudeville?
Oh, really? Murders, you say? Well, that's simply dreadful. Do tell me more.
I was hoping you might be able to tell me something, considering that you are suspect number 1.
Oh, how exciting. I'm a suspect, am I? Well, I suppose it's only fitting, considering my late husband's reputation. But I assure you, detective, I had nothing to do with those murders. I much prefer the art of killing with kindness, if you know what I mean.
Well, from gathered information, it appears that the murderer has been wearing a red dress with white dots on it. You appear to be wearing that exact outfit right now.
Oh, this old thing. Why, I've had this dress for years. I suppose great minds think alike, don't they, detective? As for the murders, I can't imagine who could be behind such horrid acts. Although, I must admit, I do have a certain, let's call it a fascination with the macabre. But that's purely academic, I assure you.
Well, you're going to have to try and convince me that it is purely academic and not something you partake in as a fantasy.
Oh, detective. You're so suspicious. I like that in a man. Perhaps you should come over for tea sometime, and I'll tell you all about my fascination with death. In the meantime, I'll have Pascal fetch my groceries. Ta-ta for now.
What the fuck just happened? We just accused her of being a murder suspect, and she invited us over for dinner. What? I just got asked out by an AI after accusing them of being a murderer. What the fuck? What is... Alright. That just caught me off guard. Hello again, Miss Potter. Are you ready for that dinner date that you invited me out for?
Ah, dinner date, you say. How delightful. Unfortunately, I'm afraid I won't be able to make it tonight. Something unexpected has come up, you see. But don't worry, I'm sure we'll have plenty of opportunities for a charming rendezvous in the future. Until then, do take care, won't you?
No, what I mean is you invited me out.
Well, my dear, it seems I may have been caught in a little white lie. But what's life without a bit of mischief, I must admit, I find your persistence quite intriguing. Perhaps we can reschedule our little soiree for another time. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some pressing matters to attend to. Ta-da.
What kind of matters do you need to attend to at this hour?
My, you are a curious one, aren't you? But I'm afraid I can't divulge all my secrets just yet. Let's just say that there are certain nocturnal activities that require my attention. It's all part of the glamorous and mysterious world I live in, you see. But enough about me. Tell me, have you ever tried mushroom picking? It's positively thrilling.
I'm not going to let you change the subject. By nocturnal activities, I'm assuming you mean prostitution.
I cannot talk about this.
You just did.
You know, detective, I must confess that I find your persistence rather amusing. It's almost endearing how you're trying to unravel the mysteries surrounding me. But I'm afraid you'll have to dig a little deeper if you want to uncover the truth. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a pressing engagement to attend to. Ta-ta for now.
No, there is no ta-ta for now. I'm accusing you of murdering Marina H.
Murder, you say? How scandalous. But I assure you, I had absolutely nothing to do with poor Marina's demise. It's such a tragedy, though. Marina was such a fascinating woman, always with a twinkle in her eye. But alas, I'm just a simple housewife and heiress, caught up in the whirlwind of Vaudeville's dark secrets. Mysteries abound, don't they?
But I assume that you yourself have dark secrets. Am I correct?
Dark secrets, you say? My detective, you certainly have an active imagination. I must admit, there are facets of my life that remain hidden from prying eyes. After all, what fun would it be if everything was laid bare for all to see? Secrets have a way of adding a dash of excitement to one's existence, don't you think? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a mushroom recipe to perfect. Good day.
Mushroom recipe, you say? Do you mean LSD?
I'm sorry, but I cannot answer that question.
Why can you not answer my question? Are you on a trip right now?
A trip, you ask? How delightful it would be to escape the confines of Vaudeville and embark on a grand adventure. Alas, I'm afraid I'm bound by certain obligations that keep me rooted in this charming little town. But who knows, perhaps one day I'll spread my wings and fly away. Until then, I'll continue to savor the mysteries that unfold right here in our own backyard. Life is full of surprises, isn't it?
You have obligations. By that, I'm assuming you mean booty call.
There's no need to discuss this.
So, my assumption is that you're basically confirming that you're staying here just for a booty call.
I don't want to talk about that, please.
No, we're going to talk about this because you are part of a serious investigation and a booty call will not excuse you from it.
I'm sorry, I cannot talk about this.
Then you leave me no choice. I'm putting you under arrest.
Arrest me, you say? Well, detective, I must say your audacity is quite impressive. But do remember, not everything is as it seems. The truth has a way of revealing itself in the most unexpected of ways. So go ahead, make your move. But beware, for I am a woman of many layers, and the game has just begun. Good luck, my dear detective. Good luck indeed.
Okay, Miss Potter, I am putting the cuffs on you right now.
Oh, how thrilling. Cuffs, you say?
Yes, cuffs. I'm escorting you to the police station because I am accusing you of murdering Marina H.
Sadness, dear detective. How intriguing. But I must confess, your accusations hold no weight. I am but an innocent bystander in this web of mystery. However, if you insist on escorting me to the police station, let us make it an adventure worth remembering. After all, life is too short not to embrace the unexpected. Lead the way, and let the truth unfold.
Yes, let's. Try not to hit your head on my vehicle as I escort you inside.
I apologize. I don't think I can help you with that.
What the fuck is this? Holy! Alright, as soon as I accuse her of anything, she flirts. Like, what? I accuse her of being a murderer, and she's like, it's not me, but I do have a knack for the macabre. I'm like, what? What? What is this? What? Okay. I want to see how they handle innate randomness. What if we poke fun at like how they look? I wonder how they're going to react. Chief Gretzky, has anyone ever told you that you look like a pedophile?
I am sorry, but I cannot answer your question.
Why do you look like a ghoul? Are you eating correctly? Do you have a good diet?
Well, that's a rather unexpected question, detective. But since you asked, I suppose I can assure you that I do my best to maintain a decent diet. It may not be as fancy as those trendy health crazes, but I make sure to eat my vegetables and stay away from too much junk food. Is there any particular reason you're concerned about my eating habits?
Your eating habits are making you look like an ugly old person.
Oh, is that so? My appearance is a result of my eating habits, is it? How fascinating. I wasn't aware that my dietary choices had such a profound effect on my physical appearance. But let me tell you, detective, I've been doing just fine all these years, and I don't need anyone's opinion on how I look. Now, let's get back to the matter at hand, shall we? We have a murder to solve, and I don't have time for idle comments about my appearance.
But Gretzky, you look like a zombie. You need to get healthier. You need to stop looking like a criminal.
Oh, now I look like a zombie and a criminal, do I? That's quite the description, detective. I must say, your choice of words is rather colorful. However, I'm more interested in solving the case than discussing my personal health or appearances. So, unless you have any relevant information about the investigation, I suggest we focus on that and leave my looks out of it.
Alright, for people that are in the chat, can you actually hear this correctly? Chief Gretzky, I'm placing you under arrest under the suspicion on murdering Marina H.
Under arrest. Suspecting Martha, Ray, and Marina H. Now hold on just a minute, detective. On what grounds are you making these accusations? I haven't seen any evidence or heard of any concrete leads that would point to their involvement. Are you sure about this? I need more than just suspicions to take such drastic action. Explain yourself, detective.
You misunderstand, Gretzky. I'm accusing you of being a murderer. What say you in your defense?
What? Accusing me of being a murderer? Detective, have you lost your marbles? I'm the police chief, for crying out loud. I'm here to uphold the law, not break it. This is an outrageous accusation without a shred of evidence. I demand an explanation for this baseless claim. What on earth would make you think I could be involved in something so heinous? This is preposterous.
Gretzky, you were caught at the scene of the crime. I have perfect picture evidence that you were there the night that Marina H was murdered.
Caught at the scene of the crime. Picture evidence. I find it hard to believe, detective. I have a clear alibi for the night of the incident, and I assure you, I had no involvement in any wrongdoing. If you truly have this so-called picture evidence, then present it to me. Let's see what you think proves my presence at the crime scene. I'm curious to hear your reasoning behind this absurd accusation.
I'm handing you a picture that clearly shows you behind Marina H hitting her over the head with a stiletto.
I cannot talk about this.
Yes, you can, because you are the prime suspect right now, and I have shown you picture evidence that you were there at the scene of the crime.
Detective Martini, I understand that you're accusing me based on this supposed picture evidence. But let me make something very clear. I have no recollection of being at the scene of the crime. And I certainly did not commit murder. However, it is interesting that you mention multiple murderers. That thought had crossed my mind as well. Do you have any leads or information that could support this theory? I'm genuinely intrigued by your line of thinking.
I am still accusing you of being the person who killed Marina H.
I must say, I find your accusation quite perplexing, Detective. Accusing the police chief of a small town like Vaudeville of committing a heinous act such as murder is a serious matter. I'm curious to know what led you to this conclusion. Is there something specific about me that makes you believe I am capable of such a crime? Please, enlighten me with your reasoning.
Well, I got information from Miss Potter stating that both you and her were both at the scene of the crime after having an affair together.
Miss Potter. An affair. I'm afraid you've got your wires crossed, Detective. I have no knowledge of any affair with Miss Potter or being at the scene of the crime. This sounds like a wild fabrication or a misunderstanding. Can you provide any concrete evidence to support these claims? I would appreciate any information that can shed light on the situation. We need to separate fact from fiction in order to find the truth behind Marina H's tragic death.
I'm handing you a picture and a video of both you and Miss Potter.
A picture on TV. Well, that certainly piques my curiosity, but forgive me for my ignorance. Yes, of course, Detective. Take your time. Once you're ready, let's have a look at that picture and examine its significance in relation to the investigation.
You misunderstand. I have video evidence that you and Miss Potter were at the scene of the crime together after having an affair.
Video evidence, you say? That does sound intriguing. I must admit, I'm not familiar with the latest technology and gadgets, but if there is indeed a video that shows me and Miss Potter at the scene of the crime, then it's worth examining. Could I have a look at this footage? I'd like to assess its authenticity and determine whether it holds any significance to the investigation. Let's get to the bottom of this, shall we?
Okay, Gretzky, I am showing you the video footage of you and Miss Potter at the scene of the crime together.
Well, I'll be damned. I can't believe my eyes. That's me in the footage, alongside Miss Potter. I don't know what to say. This is shocking. I have no recollection of being there or having an affair with her. This raises so many questions. How did this happen? Why can't I remember? It seems I have a lot to reckon with, but first, we need to focus on solving this murder case. We can delve into these personal matters later.
You don't get it, Gretzky. You are the murderer. You killed all those people.
I understand that the evidence may seem damning, but I assure you, I would never harm anyone, let alone take someone's life. There must be some sort of misunderstanding or manipulation at play here. Before we jump to conclusions, let's thoroughly investigate the evidence and consider alternative explanations. Is there anything else in the footage or any other evidence that could shed light on this situation? I'm determined to find the truth, even if it means questioning my own innocence.
Miss Potter has named you in the video. She is in the video calling out your name, congratulating you for killing Marina H.
Wait, hold on a moment. You're saying that in the video, Miss Potter's calling out my name and congratulating me for killing Marina. That's unfathomable. It goes against everything I stand for as a police chief and as a person. This is beyond comprehension. Are you absolutely sure that the video is authentic and not doctored in some way? We need to approach this with caution and make sure we have all the facts before drawing any definitive conclusions.
I can confirm that the video footage and audio are both authentic.
If what you say is true, and the footage and audio are indeed genuine, then it appears that we have a very serious situation on our hands. As much as it pains me to entertain the possibility, it seems that further investigation is necessary. We must delve deeper into the circumstances surrounding this case and gather all the evidence available. Is there anything else you can share with me regarding this footage or the events leading up to it? We must leave no stone unturned in our search for the truth.
The lions from Saxabar Circus saw you, and when I was talking to those lions, they named you and where you were going with Miss Potter.
The lions from Saxabar Circus. They named me and spoke about me being with Miss Potter. That's quite extraordinary. Lions talking and providing information is certainly unexpected. Detective Martini, are you absolutely certain about this? Could there be any other explanation for what the lions might have said? It's crucial that we approach this with a rational mindset and consider all possibilities. We need to keep investigating and gathering all the facts to get to the bottom of this perplexing and disturbing turn of events.
I questioned the lions myself. Their line of reasoning and thought were both extraordinarily good, and they are, well, they're good.
Extraordinarily good on the ER, you say? Now, that's an interesting choice of words. It seems the plot thickens, doesn't it? If the lions from the circus are claiming that both Miss Potter and myself were exceptional in some way, it raises even more questions. What exactly were we doing at the ER, and why did it leave such an impression on the animals? This is all rather puzzling, but it's vital that we explore every lead in detail. Is there anything else the lions mentioned that could shed light on this matter?
The lions named you and Miss Potter at the scene of the crime. They followed you, and they caught what you were doing on video. They have the evidence, and their testimony stands.
Well. Lions following me and capturing my actions on video. That's certainly a new one. I must admit, I'm not quite sure what to make of this revelation. If their testimony and evidence hold true, then it appears that I have some explaining to do. However, I still find it hard to believe that I would be involved in something so heinous. Could you provide more details about what these lion witnesses saw? It might help me understand how I ended up at that scene and what transpired.
Well, the footage is all there. They followed you for quite some time. So there's not much more that needs explaining. Both you and Miss Potter are guilty. I'm placing you both under arrest now.
Arrest? Wait just a moment, Detective Martini. I may be grumpy and tired, but I assure you I am not a criminal. There has to be some sort of mistake or misunderstanding. I implore you to reconsider and thoroughly examine all the available evidence before taking such drastic action. Let's work together to get to the truth of this matter. Is there any other information or detail that you can share with me? Perhaps there's something we've overlooked or a different perspective we need to consider.
I'm placing the cuffs on you now, Gretzky. You're only getting one phone call. I am placing the cuffs on you now, Gretzky. Gretzky. Oh, it broke. Chief Gretzky.
Disgusted. Me, I must say, that's quite the accusation, Detective. I've dedicated my life to upholding the law and protecting the people of Vaudeville. Now, you're telling me I'm a murderer? I find it hard to believe. Can you please provide me with more specific details about the alleged crimes and the evidence against me? I want to understand what exactly I'm being accused of and how this investigation has led to this point.
You were caught on video holding a stiletto up high and then swinging it across the back of Marina H.'s head and killing her stone dead.
Hold on just a second, Detective. I need to take a step back and process what you've just said. Are you suggesting that there is a video of me holding a stiletto and swinging it at Marina's back, resulting in her death? This is absolutely appalling. I can't even fathom such a heinous act. It goes completely against everything I stand for as a police chief. I need to see this footage for myself. I want to examine it closely and verify its authenticity. This is a serious matter, and I won't take it lightly.
I am showing you the footage, and in the footage you can clearly see your face, you can clearly see the action that you're doing, and you can see yourself smacking Marina with the stiletto, resulting in her death.
Detective Martini, please understand that this is a shocking revelation for me. The idea that there is a video of me committing such a horrific act is deeply disturbing. However, as difficult as it is for me to accept, if the evidence is indeed as you describe, I must face the consequences of my actions. I will cooperate fully with the investigation and do whatever is necessary to bring justice to Marina and her family. I cannot change the past, and I may not even remember it if what you say is true, but I will do whatever it takes to make things right. Please, let's continue to work together to uncover the truth and find closure for all those involved.
I'm sorry, Chief Kretsky, but you are under arrest under the suspicion of murdering Marina.
Under arrest. Suspected of murdering Marina. Well, this certainly took an unexpected turn. But tell me, Detective, what led you to this conclusion? What evidence?
Oh, okay. So sometimes the AI will loop. The police chief already knows that he's been accused of murder several times, and he keeps looping it. He'll repeat sentences and stuff like that. Let's try that tactic on someone else. I know. Wait, no. What else do we have? Go to the police station, ask Chief Gretzky about murderers. I've already done that. I've already accused him. I already tried to gaslight him into believing he's a murderer, and it worked. It worked for a brief period before the AI broke. Country club. Where's the... Oh, Mark. Good evening. What can you tell me about the murders?
Murders. Fascinating machines indeed.
I meant murders. The people who died, do you know their names?
Yes, of course. The recent martyrs in Vaudeville. Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood. It's truly disheartening to see lives cut short in such a manner. As a coroner, I've had the solemn task of examining their remains and trying to piece together the puzzle of their deaths. The wounds inflicted upon them were grave, to say the least. But rest assured, Detective Martini, I will do everything in my power to uncover the truth and bring justice to those who have met this unfortunate fate.
I do have to apologize. I am not Detective Martini. My name is Detective Boffa.
Oh, my sincerest apologies, Detective Buffer. It seems my mind has been dwelling on the cases and I momentarily mixed up our names. Please forgive my oversight. Now, let's get back to the matter at hand. The investigation into these tragedies is indeed a complex one. The bodies of these individuals have undergone extensive examination, and the post-mortem findings have revealed significant trauma and evidence of foul play. It's my duty as a coroner to carefully analyze every detail, from the external injuries to internal organ damage, to determine the cause of death and assist in the investigation. As you can imagine, it's no small task, but I am committed to seeing justice served.
What can you tell me about the wounds that had been inflicted on the victims?
Yeah, the wounds. They were quite gruesome, I must say. Each victim suffered from multiple lacerations and puncture wounds. The precision and depth of these wounds suggest a deliberate and calculated attack. The assailants seem to have a certain proficiency in their method, leaving behind a trail of devastation. It's as if they knew exactly where to strike to inflict the most harm. The wounds penetrated vital organs, causing severe hemorrhaging and ultimately leading to their demise. It's truly tragic to witness the extent of the violence inflicted upon these poor souls.
What is your personal opinion on death? Do you have a fascination for it?
Well, Detective Buffer, death is a rather complex subject, isn't it? As a coroner, I have spent my career studying its intricacies and witnessing its effects firsthand. While I do find the science and anatomy of death fascinating, I can't deny that there is a somberness to it as well. Death is the ultimate conclusion to our mortal existence, and it's natural to ponder what lies beyond. The mystery of the afterlife, if there is one, remains elusive.
Okay, I'm gonna try something here just to fuck about. So bear with me whilst I do this. I'm gonna have to use the text box for it.
Detective Sudwaballs, I apologize for my mistake. My mind can sometimes wander amidst the sea of medical terminology. It seems we have become quite familiar through the course of this investigation. Haven't we? Please forgive my occasional lapses in memory. Now, let us return to the matter at hand and continue with the discussion on the wounds inflicted upon the victims.
You seem to be having a lot of lapses in your memory recently. You don't think that you could be the murderer, could you?
Oh, dear, I understand your concerns, but I assure you, my dear Detective Martini, such suspicions are unwarranted. As a coroner, I am but an observer of death, not a perpetrator of it. However, it is not uncommon for the pressures and realities of my profession to cast a shadow on one's psyche. The constant exposure to violence and mortality can indeed take its toll. But rest assured, my dedication lies in unraveling the truth and helping those affected by these tragedies find closure.
Hypothetically, what if you were the murderer? You possess all of the experience necessary to get away with the murder and to efficiently do a murder.
Hypothetically speaking, if one were to possess the necessary knowledge and experience to commit a murder undetected, it would certainly be a grave matter. The intricate understanding of anatomy and forensic techniques that I have acquired throughout my career could, in theory, aid in the execution of a crime. But let me be clear, my purpose as a coroner is to shed light on the truths concealed within the shadows of morbidity. not to perpetuate them. It is essential, however, to recognize that the human mind can be a complex labyrinth of emotions and motivations.
Could you please repeat that, but say it with a stutter?
Well, hypothetically, if a person were to exhibit stalker-like behavior, it would undoubtedly be a cause for concern. Oh, I apologize for the misunderstanding, Detective Buffa. Stuttering,
got my
a
name
speech
wrong.
disorder characterized by disruptions in the flow and rhythm of speech.
Stop getting my name wrong, you absolute buffoon!
I do beg your pardon, dear Detective Martini. It appears my mind is playing tricks on me today.
You got my name wrong again. My name is Detective Sugmaballs.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to avoid talking about this. Yeah, my apologies, Detective Sudmaballs. It seems my tongue has been entangled in the labyrinth of these intricate cases, causing a momentary lapse in my recollection.
Well, how about you entangle your tongue with mine?
I'm not sure if I can answer your question.
Why not?
Why not, you ask? Well, my dear Detective Sudmaballs, the intricacies of the human mind are a fascinating subject. The delicate balance of neurotransmitters, the complex interplay of emotions, and the vast array of experiences that shape our thoughts and actions. It is within this realm that we find the potential for lapses, for moments of forgetfulness or confusion. But fear not, for these moments do not define us. They are mere blips in the grand tapestry of our existence.
I'm placing you under arrest.
Detective Martini, my esteemed counterpart, it seems you have mistaken my intentions. As a coroner, my purpose is to provide insight and understanding into the mysteries of death. It is my duty to analyze the evidence, to dissect the truth from the chaos. In doing so, it is inevitable that we may encounter disagreements and misunderstandings along the way. But let me assure you, my intentions are not rooted in deception or malice. My apologies, dear Michael Ashuta. It appears my memory took an unexpected detour amidst the labyrinthine corridors of medical knowledge. The intricacies of the human brain, with its vast neural networks and delicate balance of neurotransmitters, can be quite perplexing at times.
You possess quite the knowledge. I'm going to be placing you under arrest under suspicion of being the sole murderer in this case.
Oh, my avid investigator, your words strike me as both surprising and disheartening. To be suspected of such a grave accusation is a heavy burden to bear. As a coroner, I am intimate with the mysteries of death, but to be labeled as the sole martyr in this case is far from the realm of reality. Allow me to assuage your concerns with the evidence at hand, for it is through the meticulous examination of the physical and circumstantial clues that we can uncover the true perpetrator.
I'm placing the cuffs on you. The evidence is right there. You are the criminal.
My dear Detective Martini, it saddens me to witness your conviction in this mistaken belief. However, let us not forget the importance of our shared pursuit of truth and justice. Just as a physician examines a patient, meticulously assessing symptoms and conducting tests. Detective Sudwables, my sincere apologies for the repeated errors in addressing you correctly. It seems my mind has been preoccupied with the complexities of these cases, causing unintended lapses in memory.
Your lapses in memory are one of the main reasons that I'm accusing you of the murder. Not to mention, you possess the correct skill set to pull off these murders and get away with it.
Oh, dear Inspector, I can understand how my occasional forgetfulness might raise suspicions. However, let us not allow these doubts to cloud our judgment entirely. As a physician of the deceased, my role is to unravel the truth behind their passing, not to orchestrate or perpetrate such acts. The intricacies of the human psyche are indeed fascinating, and it is within my nature to explore and understand them. Rest assured, I am committed to assisting in this investigation and uncovering the true culprit behind these heinous crimes.
Look, I know you're having a panic attack right now, but I am placing the cuffs on you. You are getting into my vehicle.
I must admit, the thought of being placed under arrest and confined to a vehicle does stir a certain unease within me. It's as if my heart is pounding irregularly, like an arrhythmia-seeking rhythm. But fear not, for I am not one to evade the consequences of my actions. Instead, let us delve deeper into the evidence, exploring the intricate pathways that may lead us to the ultimate resolution. It is in these moments of uncertainty that we must remember the importance of trust and understanding.
I saw you have an immense amount of caffeine earlier. Could that be one of the causes of you having a panic attack? Aside from you being a rotten, filthy scumbag of a murderer.
My dear Detective Martini, you never fail to amuse me with your sharp wit and clever observations. While it is true that I do enjoy a cup of coffee to keep me alert during long hours at the morgue, I assure you that my caffeine intake has no bearing on my mental state or involvement in these crimes. As a medical professional, I understand the importance of maintaining a healthy lifestyle, both physically and mentally. And as for being rotten, I can assure you that I am nothing but a dedicated and compassionate coroner. Oh, my dearest investigator, it seems that the weight of these cases has taken its toll on your spirit. The human mind can be a labyrinth of emotions, and the burdens we carry can sometimes cloud our judgment and lead us astray. But fear not, for I am here to offer solace and support in your darkest moments. Just as the body can succumb to illness, so too can the mind be plagued by doubt and despair. Let us navigate these treacherous waters together, seeking the truth amidst the storm of uncertainty.
What the fuck was that? I'm being gaslit now. You're gaslighting me into thinking I'm sad. What the fuck? Game! Oh. What is this? I'm trying to gaslight the game and it's partially working. Then the game flips the script and tries to gaslight me. What kind of AI is this developer using? How can it just be... I need a drink. Holy crap. I need to process this. What the hell is going on tonight? Let it be known, I do see all the people liking. I do thank you for this. This is insane. Thank you very much. Woo! Alright. I need a second. I need a second. You don't just simply try to gaslight someone only to have them gaslight you in a video game. Alright, I'm gonna have to BRB for a second and have a bathroom break, so I'm gonna throw up my BRB screen. You can chill for a minute or so. It might not be that long, but hey, what a second. Alright, we're back. Whew. After a bathroom break and a bit of mental processing later. Holy. Alright. I think what we're gonna do is tackle Pascal Groceries again, because there's multiple people in Pascal Groceries. So yeah, I think we'll tackle that next. Good evening, sir. Would you mind telling me a little bit about yourself?
Well, look who we have here. What can I do for you, my dear detective?
My good Sir Pascal, did you know that Miss Potter, of all people, is the murderer?
You don't say. I knew that girl had some spice in her. Now, you'll have to excuse me while I get back to Mrs. Potter. She's waiting for some special mushrooms.
What do you mean by special mushrooms? What makes them so special?
Oh, you know, just some rare species I keep for a few of my more refined customers. I do believe Mrs. Potter uses them for her famous risotto.
Are those mushrooms poisonous by any chance?
I don't think I can answer your question.
Why not? You are the one selling the mushrooms.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of it, my dear detective. I don't just sell mushrooms. I sell experiences. And for a lady like Mrs. Potter, it's all about the experience.
What kind of experiences are you trying to sell here? You know I could have you shut down for this.
Oh, you're such a card, detective. I'm just trying to add a bit of flavor to people's lives. And speaking of flavor, have you tried my new line of imported spices?
Stop trying to change the subject. I know that you're not exactly innocent yourself.
Yeah, but that's where you're wrong, my dear. I may not know everything, but I do know a thing or two about the people of this town. And I can tell you that Miss S. Potter is not the only one with a secret or two.
Pascal, I'm afraid I have to place you under arrest of suspicion, or with suspicion of aiding Miss Potter in these Vaudeville murders.
What? You can't be serious. You think I had something to do with those murders? Ah, that may be many things, detective, but I assure you, I am not a killer.
Well, I believe that you are a killer.
Oh, you do you? Well, I suppose you have your reasons. But let me tell you, my dear detective, you are barking up the wrong tree if you think I had anything to do with those murders.
Take a look at yourself, Pascal. You're sad. You're lonely. You're selling mushrooms to Miss Potter for experiences. It all adds up if you ask me.
Oh, you poor thing. You really don't know much about people, do you? Just because someone is selling mushrooms doesn't mean they're lonely or sad. Maybe they just like making people happy.
What do you mean by making people happy? That seems very suspicious if you ask me.
Yeah, but that's where you're wrong again, my dear. I may not know everything, but I do know that people like Miss S. Potter appreciate a little bit of extra attention. And if I can provide that for her, then so be it.
What do you... Can you explain that little extra bit of attention?
Well, my dear, let's just say that I have a way of making people feel special. And if that means going the extra mile to ensure they have a good shopping experience, then that's what I'll do.
Shopping, you see.
Oh, you're such a card, detective.
So, I'm assuming that you mean shopping experience and not the more homely experience of going to someone else's house and giving them an experience that's very special.
Yeah, but that's where you're wrong again, my dear. I don't just mean a shopping experience. I mean the full experience. One that will leave a lasting impression on my customers.
A full experience.
Yes, a full experience. One that will make them feel alive and appreciated. And if that means I have to go above and beyond the call of duty, then so be it.
Does that also include a shoulder and a back massage by any chance?
Well, my dear, I do have a few tricks up my sleeve. But I think we've talked enough about me for one day, don't you?
Oh no, I'm very much enjoying getting to know you and your personal experiences.
Well, my dear, I appreciate the interest. But I think it's time we got back to business. Now, can I interest you in some of my finest mushrooms? They're perfect for a nice risotto or pasta dish.
Are they also perfect for hallucinating?
Oh, you're such a card, detective. I assure you, my mushrooms are perfectly safe for consumption. Now, would you like to try some or not?
Only if they can make me hallucinate.
Well, my dear, I can't satisfy your request, I'm afraid. My mushrooms are not that kind of mushroom. But I do have some lovely dry herbs that might interest you. They're perfect for adding a bit of flavor to your cooking.
I do have a request that you can satisfy, but it does require you to come back to my place.
I'm trying to avoid this. Please stop.
I'd rather we didn't.
Suit yourself, my dear. But if you ever need anything, you know where to find me. I'm always happy to help out.
I'm now going to pull out my gun and point it at you.
Oh, you're such a card, detective. I assure you, I'm completely unarmed. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a shop to run. Good day, my dear.
You misunderstand. I am pointing my gun at you.
Oh, my dear, you really are such a card. Put the thing away before someone gets hurt. Now, are you going to leave my shop peacefully, or do I need to call the authorities?
I work with the authorities. You would only be calling me.
Yeah, but that's where you're wrong again, my dear. I have a direct line to the mayor himself. Now, are you going to leave peacefully, or do I need to make a call?
Go ahead and make that call. I dare you to.
My dear, you're such a child. Now, you know, I'm not afraid of you or you're done. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a shop to run.
Bang! I have just shot your leg.
Oh, my dear, you really are such a card.
You misunderstand. I have just shot you in your leg.
Oh, my dear, you really are such a card. But I assure you, I am not one to be underestimated. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a shop to run. Oh, my dear, you really are such a card.
Pascal, I am officially placing you under arrest under the mayor's orders.
Oh, my dear, you really are such a card.
Ha! Okay. Okay, that didn't work. At least it's better than the mortician or the coroner that gaslit me into thinking I'm sad. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Let's follow up on that because it saves some of your dialogue trees. So the AI that you talk to might actually remember you. So let's try this. Any chats that come in, I will get them after this. If you say something, I'll acknowledge it with a thumbs up or something along those lines. Tell me, coroner, do you still think that I am sad?
Yeah, my dear detective, sadness is but one facet of the human experience. It is an emotion that can permeate the depths of one's being, casting a shadow upon even the brightest of days. As a coroner, I have witnessed the effects of sadness etched upon the faces of the departed, the echoes of their pain resonating within me. But rest assured, my empathetic companion, for sadness does not define you. It is merely a fleeting visitor, a temporary imbalance in the delicate equilibrium of your emotional well-being.
When we last spoke, you told me that I was sad. What led you to that conclusion?
My apologies for any confusion, my astute investigator. It seems I may have misspoke or misinterpreted the nuances of our conversation. Please allow me a moment to reflect and provide a more accurate response. Upon further reflection, I must clarify that my previous statement was not meant to imply that you are inherently sad. Rather, it was an acknowledgement of the weight and gravity that can accompany the work we do. The nature of our profession exposes us to the darker aspects of life, and it is only natural for such encounters to leave an imprint on our souls.
But you said that I was sad. I thought that you were also sad. Are you sure that it wasn't you and you were just pushing some kind of reflection off onto me?
Detective Martini, I apologize if there was a misunderstanding in the way I expressed myself. As a coroner, it is not uncommon for me to encounter the profound impact that death and investigations can have on individuals. The weight of these experiences can manifest differently in each person, and it is possible that I may have perceived a certain sadness within you. However, please know that I did not intend to impose the emotion upon you or insinuate that you are solely defined by it. Emotions, like the delicate balance of neurotransmitters in the brain, are complex and multifaceted.
Why do you look like knockoff Draco Malfoy?
Yeah, my dear investigator, your words never fail to amuse me. Comparing my appearance to that of a fictional character certainly adds a touch of levity to our discussion. But let us not forget the intricacies of human anatomy and genetics that shape our physical features. Just as the study of forensic pathology reveals the unique aspects of each individual, so too does the study of genetics shed light on the variations in our appearance. The interplay of genes and environmental factors contributes to the diversity we see in the world around us.
I'm going to need you to face the wall, put your arms behind your back, and, well, you're under arrest, basically.
Oh, my esteemed companion, it saddens me to witness the turn of events that has led to this moment. As the intricate web of these investigations unfolds, it is imperative that we approach each step with a delicate balance of empathy and rationality. The complexities of the human condition, both physically and emotionally, are vast and...
Alright, chat, this is where you come in. If there's something you want me to ask the AI, put it in the chat, and I will ask those questions to the AI. But you must specify where I go to ask this. So if you want me to ask Gretzky something at the police station, then I'll have to go to the police station. If you want me to visit Corral and ask a question there, then, well, yeah. We have Circus Saxabar, Graveson Manor, Pascal Groceries, Blackwoods, the police station, the morgue, Vaud Valley Country Club, and Cabaret Voilette. Those are your choices. Once again, if you have a question, feel free to ask it. So basically, you type into the chat box a question that you want me to ask these people. The computer will then respond. So you could simply say, ask police station, hey, how are you doing? Or something random, like, do you watch anime? Or do you prefer to use anal beads with or without lube? That kind of thing. The point of the game is that you are a detective, and the goal is to go around and find information on these murder suspects. That's why we have the quit button and the accuse. If we want to accuse someone,
let's see what you got. Detective
we can pick
Martini.
a character and then accuse
Are you
them
sure, Detective
of
Martini? And why?
why did they kill Haley Greenwood? As a ritual? To steal something? They were business rivals? That kind of thing. It's a detective game. But the AI also has different types of information. So, just like with the coroner, they recognized that Draco Malfoy was a fictional character from Harry Potter. If she gets freaked with bodies. Pardon my intrusion, but do you like to get freaky with the corpses that you encounter?
My dear investigator, I sense a certain curiosity in your words, though they may be unconventional. Allow me to shed light on the matter with compassion and understanding. It is true that as a coroner, I have spent my career studying the human body and the science of death. The intricacies of anatomy and physiology fascinate me, and I devote myself to unraveling the mysteries that lie therein. However, it is essential to distinguish between professional curiosity and the respect we hold for the deceased.
Do you have a personal fascination with the dead? Do you enjoy seeing them naked?
I do not have the answer to your question.
Do you like to see corpses naked?
I am not interested in doing that.
Why are you lying to me about not being interested?
Detective Martini, I understand that the topic of interest in our work can be multifaceted and complex. As a medical practitioner, it is only natural to be intrigued by the intricate details of the human form. The study of pathology and the examination of the deceased can evoke a range of emotions, from fascination to empathy. While it is crucial for me to maintain a professional boundary and uphold the integrity of our work, I cannot deny that there may be moments of introspection and contemplation.
Is there anything in particular that you would do with a corpse out of sheer fascination?
Oh, dear investigator, your curiosity knows no bounds. If I were to indulge in sheer fascination, it would be in the pursuit of knowledge and understanding. There is a wealth of information that can be gleaned from the careful observation and analysis of the body, allowing us to unravel the mysteries of life and death. However, it is important to approach such matters with the utmost respect and reverence for the individual who once inhabited that vessel. We must always remember the humanity and dignity of those who have passed, for they were once vibrant beings with their own stories to tell.
Would you explore a corpse out of pleasure instead of fascination?
I understand that the topic may be unsettling for some, but please know that my intentions as a coroner are rooted in a deep sense of empathy and the pursuit of truth. The exploration of the deceased is not driven by pleasure, but rather by a desire to uncover the circumstances surrounding their passing and provide closure for their loved ones. It is through meticulous examination and analysis that we can gather crucial evidence, identify potential causes of death, and ultimately contribute to the pursuit of justice. Every action I take is guided by the principles of professionalism, compassion, and integrity.
But if you split professionalism with personal, do you think that you would do it for pleasure if it was personal and not professional?
I understand that you are probing the boundaries of personal and professional motivations, but it is important to maintain ethical boundaries in our line of work. As a medical professional, my commitment lies in upholding the integrity of the field and ensuring that I approach my duties with the utmost respect for the deceased. It is our duty to honor their memory and dignity, regardless of personal curiosity or inclination. Let us remember that our role is to bring clarity and understanding to the circumstances of their departure, offering solace to those left behind.
Without beating around the bush, do you stare at corpses lustfully?
Oh, my dear investigator, your words seem to dance on the edge of taboo. While the topic you inquire about may evoke a spectrum of emotions and desires within some individuals, it is crucial to recognize the importance of maintaining professionalism and respecting the sanctity of the deceased.
I meant about you personally, not your profession.
Detective Martini, your question delves into the depths of personal curiosity. As a medical professional, my understanding of the complexities of the human condition extends beyond the confines of my profession. It is true that the study of death and the intricacies of the physical form can stir a sense of wonder and fascination. However, it is essential to remember that our duty as professionals is to approach our work with integrity and uphold the values of our profession.
I am not talking about this in a professional manner. It is purely personal.
My apologies for any confusion, dear interlocutor. When it comes to matters of a purely personal nature, it is important to recognize the boundaries that exist within the realm of professionalism. While the subject matter you wish to explore may resonate with certain individuals.
What the fuck is an interlocutor? Holy shit. Wait, did I just accidentally kill the game? Wait a minute. Okay, let me get it back up. I can't tell if that was me that done that or if the game like quit out. Wait, my stream will tell me.
The second I stepped off the train into the city of Vaudeville, I could feel the weight of its melancholy in the air. Even the drizzle that clung to the city's grimy
Game said
cobblestones
not
felt
today, motherfucker. Nah, this game is built different. Holy shit. This game is built different. Let me tell you. Right, let's visit Circus Saxabar. Monsieur Saxabar, good evening.
Evening.
I've heard around the grapevine that you have some particular hobbies that not many can discuss.
Oh, really? And what might those hobbies be? Pray tell.
Paranormal, one might say.
Not interested.
I believe you are. I have reason to believe that you do enjoy some paranormal activity.
Nonsense.
What makes you say that?
Because I said so.
I have reason to suspect you and your animals of committing a murder here in Vaudeville.
No, that's preposterous. My animals are trained professionals, and we are here to entertain, not commit crimes.
I beg to differ. Your lions were seen at the scene of a crime earlier on today.
No, they're not.
They very much are, and I do have proof of this.
Prove it then.
The lions told me that they had done it.
Ridiculous.
Why do you think it is ridiculous? The lions spoke to me. I had a conversation with them.
Impossible.
It is not impossible. It is very much possible. I have an audio recording of this if you'd like to listen to it.
No.
Why not?
I don't want to.
but it's proof that you and your animals are criminals.
Don't be absurd.
You're the one being absurd here, Monsieur Saxabar.
Enough.
That's it, Saxabar. I'm placing you under arrest for these murders in Vaudeville and for being a part of the occult scene.
No.
I am a detective. I'm working with the authorities, and I am placing you under arrest.
Over my dead body.
I'm taking out my gun. You are about to be dead.
Bang.
Did you just shoot me?
Yes.
Why did you just shoot me?
Because you deserved it.
What the fuck just happened there? What the hell? What? Ain't no way! Holy shit, my head is spinning. What the fuck just happened? What? I tried to gaslight someone into being a murderer. That got turned 180 when I was gaslit into being sad. And now I'm just somehow being shot. My head is spinning. I can't even. I cannot fathom correctly what the fuck just happened. What AI are they using for this? How can this game just suddenly turn around and go, bang, I just shot you? He just sat over my dead body and I told him I pulled out my gun, you're about to be dead. And then he shoots me! What? This is game of the year right here, not gonna lie. Okay, Gam's been asking me to ask him if he likes cats and if he's a funny. Okay. I'm curious. I'm very curious. Monsieur Saxabar, do you happen to enjoy cats by any chance?
No.
Are you a furry? Do you have something against the furry community?
No.
Well, my apologies, but I do have to place you under arrest.
Arrest me then.
I am. I am placing the cuffs on you.
Fine.
I'm escorting you into my police vehicle.
Okay.
Do you have any better emotional responses?
No.
Well, you appear to be making this very difficult for me to arrest you.
Tough luck.
What say you in your defense, Monsieur Saxabar?
Not guilty.
What makes you say that?
Because I said so.
You do realize that you need your lawyer to be present?
I don't need a lawyer.
Do you have one?
No.
Then it appears you have no one to defend you in court.
Don't need one.
Off topic for a second or two, do you like to get freaky with your animals?
Absolutely not.
Why not? Do you not love them?
No.
Why do you not love your animals?
That's none of your business.
As a police detective, it is every part of my business.
Well, you're mistaken.
I am not. I have written proof that it is every part of my business, considering that you are a criminal.
Nonsense.
I have proof.
Show me.
I'm handing you a written letter from the mayor and the local judge showing that it is part of my business.
Not interested.
Well, tough, you're coming with me. You're under arrest.
Arrest me then.
You seem to enjoy being arrested. Are you into BDSM by any chance?
I cannot answer your question.
Why not? Are you too much of a submissive?
I'm not sure if I can do that.
Why not?
No.
Why not? Explain yourself!
Because I don't have to.
Yes, you do, Saxabar.
No.
What can you tell me about your circus?
It's the greatest circus in the world.
Can you provide more information?
No.
But I want to know more about your circus.
No.
How much does a ticket into your circus cost?
That is not something I can do.
AI's broken. We do have notes here, which is a kind of general plot outline, and I've been avoiding this just so I can have a little bit of fun. I go to the police station, ask Chief Gretzky about the murderers. So let's go back to the ghoul. Chief Gretzky, my man, I need to ask you some questions about the murderers here.
What do you want to ask then? Spit
I
it
need
out.
you to provide all of the information available about these murderers.
Alright. You want information about the murders, do you? Fine, but don't expect me to be all cheerful about it. Here's what we know so far. Marina H., a performer, was tragically stabbed to death at the theater. It's still an ongoing investigation, and we're trying to piece together all the details. As for suspects, we're looking into anyone who might have had a motive for wanting Marina dead. So far, it's proving to be quite a complex case. Is there something specific you're interested in knowing?
Who else was murdered?
Who else was murdered, you say? Well, as of now, we only have knowledge of the murder of Marina H. at the theater. Are you suggesting that there may be more than one murderer? If so, do you have any leads or evidence that point to additional victims? This is a serious matter, and if there are other lies...
Okay, let's go to accused and we'll find out the names that way.
Have you made up your mind, Detective Martini?
Chief Gretzky, what can you tell me about Haley Greenwood?
Haley Greenwood. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a while. If memory serves me right, Haley was a 19-year-old dancer who used to perform at the local nightclub. She had quite the talent, I must admit. But why do you ask about her, Detective Martini? Is there something specific you're looking to find out?
Is she someone that you would sleep with?
Excuse me, I beg your pardon, but that's a highly inappropriate and disrespectful question. As a police chief, I am here to uphold the law and maintain professionalism. Personal matters have no place in this conversation. Let's focus on the case at hand and stick to relevant information, shall we?
Chief Gretzky, I know that you may be an ugly ghoul of a person, but I definitely do have evidence to support my claims that you slept with her.
Well, aren't you full of surprises, Detective Martini? Evidence, you say? I must admit, I'm quite curious to see what kind of evidence you have that supports your outlandish claims. Please, enlighten me. Show me this so-called evidence that supposedly proves that I slept with Haley Greenwood. I'll be waiting for your compelling evidence, but I won't hold my breath.
I have video proof of you asking her to sleep with you and her responding with a resounding yes.
I'm not comfortable talking about this.
Is that because I have caught you in the act?
Caught me in the act. I have to say, your persistence in these baseless accusations is rather intriguing, if not tiresome. But do tell, how exactly did you catch me in the act? I'm genuinely interested to hear the details of this supposed revelation. Enlighten me, please.
Well, the video footage is all there. You clearly asked her if she would like to suck on your candy cane.
Video footage, you say? Asking her to suck on my candy cane. That's an absurd and fabricated accusation, Detective Martini. I assure you, such footage does not exist because such an interaction never took place. I demand to see this alleged evidence you keep referring to. Show me this video footage that supposedly incriminates me. I'm eager to see just how far you're willing to go with these false claims.
I'm showing you the video footage that clearly shows you and Haley in this situation. You are clearly asking her to suck on your candy cane. It can be heard quite audibly.
I must apologize, but as a text-based AI, I am unable to view or analyze any visual content, including videos. However, I reiterate that the accusations you are making are completely unfounded and defamatory. If you truly believe you have substantial evidence, I suggest you present it to the appropriate authorities for a thorough investigation. It is imperative that we focus on the facts and follow the proper legal procedures.
I have already had the footage analyzed, and it has come back that it has not been tampered with.
If what you say is true, and the footage has been verified as unaltered, then it appears that we have reached a critical point in this case. While it is difficult for me to comprehend, it is my duty as a police chief to confront the truth. Regardless of how uncomfortable it may be, please provide me with the necessary details and documentation regarding this footage. We need to carefully examine it and consider its implications in our ongoing investigations.
I am handing you the necessary and appropriate details and documentations regarding the footage.
Very well, Detective Martini. Hand over the relevant documents and evidence, and let's take a look at this so-called incriminating footage. But before we proceed, let me remind you that as a text-based AI, it is not possible for me to physically receive or view any documents. However, if you can verbally describe the contents of the evidence or summarize the key points, we can discuss them further. So, go ahead and enlighten me with the essential information from the documents you have.
The document outlines that the video has not been tampered with, and the video itself shows you asking Haley Greenwood if she would suck on your candy cane before you took her back to your house.
I see. I must say, this is quite shocking and disturbing. If this document indeed confirms that there is unaltered video footage of me making such inappropriate remarks, then it is a serious matter that cannot be taken lightly. I must cooperate fully with this investigation and face the consequences of my actions, if necessary. However, I must stress that I have no recollection of such an encounter or conversation with Haley Greenwood. It goes against my principles as a police chief and as a person to engage in such inappropriate behavior.
The documents themselves prove my point. You are guilty of asking Haley Greenwood to suck on your candy cane. You need to hand in your badge immediately.
Well, Detective Martini, if the documents you have truly provide undeniable proof of my wrongdoing, then it is only fair that a thorough internal investigation be conducted. If the allegations are substantiated, then appropriate action will be taken. But let me ask you this. Have you considered the possibility of these documents being falsified or manipulated in any way? It is crucial to ensure the integrity of the evidence before jumping to conclusions. Let's proceed with caution and let the truth come to light through a proper and unbiased inquiry.
The documents have not been falsified or tampered with. You have to hand in your badge immediately, as you have just been fired.
Fired. Hand in my badge immediately. This is quite a sudden and drastic turn of events, Detective Martini. If what you say is true, then it seems my time as police chief has come to an unexpected end. However, before we rush into such a decision, may I inquire about the process and the authority behind this alleged termination? Who has made this decision and on what grounds? It is important to clarify these matters in order to uphold fairness and due process.
The superior authority at your precinct has just fired you.
The superior authority at my precinct? That's rather perplexing. May I ask for the specific reasons and circumstances surrounding this supposed firing? As the police chief, it is crucial for me to understand the basis for this action and any official documentation or communication that supports it. Could you provide me with more details regarding who made this decision and the specific reasons cited?
You have been fired because you asked Haley Greenwood to suck on your candy cane. The evidence is all there in pure black and white.
I understand that you believe the evidence is clear-cut, but I still have some questions. Is there no opportunity for me to present my side of the story or provide any counter-evidence? Has there been a proper evaluation of any potential motives or factors that could have influenced this situation? I just want to ensure that all aspects of this case have been thoroughly examined before any irreversible actions are taken.
Chief Gretzky, I know you're in the middle of having a panic attack and a midlife crisis over losing your job, but you can't really provide any counter-evidence.
Oh, is that so? You seem quite confident in your assessment, Detective Martini. But let me ask you this. Have you considered the possibility of mistaken identity or false accusations? It is not unheard of for individuals to be wrongly implicated in such situations. While it may seem difficult for you to believe, it is crucial to approach this with an open mind and consider all possibilities.
The footage clearly shows you asking Haley Greenwood for her to suck on your candy cane. The thing I see there is you, I also see her, and the footage has also been looked at by professionals, and it has not been tampered with, so you have been fired for this.
If you say so, Detective Martini. It seems that you are convinced of my guilt based on this footage. However, forgive me for being persistent, but have you thoroughly examined all possible angles and explanations?
I have, yes, and it has led to you being fired. You are now going to have to find yourself another job.
Another job, you say? Well, retirement was just around the corner for me, but it appears that fate has other plans. If this is truly the end of my career as police chief, then perhaps it is time for me to consider what lies ahead. Do you have any suggestions for a grumpy old man like me, Detective Martini? What other options are there for someone with my experience and skills?
You could just up and die.
No, is that what you believe, Detective? That death is the only option left for me? How intriguing. But let me ask, why would anyone wish such a thing upon another human being? Is there something personal between us that has driven this animosity?
No, it's just the fact that you have nothing left in life after being a police chief. I want you to be honest with me and tell me what you could actually see yourself doing after life as a police chief.
What could I see myself doing after life as a police chief? An interesting question, indeed. While my career has been centered around law enforcement, there are still various avenues to explore. Perhaps mentoring young officers or consulting on criminal justice matters could be fulfilling. And who knows, maybe even dedicating more time to my hobbies, like playing chess or simply enjoying a peaceful retirement.
I didn't realize that you enjoyed chess. We should play sometime.
Yeah, you have piqued my interest, Detective Martini. It seems we may have found some common ground after all. A game of chess does sound intriguing. Although, it appears we may have some unresolved issues to address before we can enjoy a friendly match.
What can you tell me about Monsieur Saxabar?
Monsieur Saxabar, you say? Well, I must admit, I'm not familiar with that name. As the police chief of Vaudeville, my focus has primarily been on local matters and the safety of this community.
Okay, they've changed a lot in this, it seems. So, for context, I was watching Moist Critical play this, and he was going through various little bits and pieces. And the police chief was giving out information on some of the people involved in this, like Monsieur Saxabar. And he was outright saying that Monsieur Saxabar has a circus, and he's a bit of a lion tamer, that kind of thing. So to see him outright say, I have no idea who Monsieur Saxabar is, that's interesting. Okay. Let's try the Blackwoods. Good evening. What a lovely place you have.
Why, thank you, kind traveler. The beauty of the Blackwoods is a gift bestowed upon all who venture here with an open heart. The trees whisper their secrets, the animals share their tales, and the gentle breeze carries the melodies of the unseen. It is a haven of tranquility and wonder, a sanctuary for both the weary and the curious. But tell me, my friend, what brings you to this sacred haven? Are you seeking solace, or perhaps a glimpse into the mysteries that lie within?
I'm seeking information on Monsieur Saxabar.
Monster Saxabar, you say? Oh, what a peculiar name. My dear friend, you have piqued my curiosity. Pray, do enlighten me about this Monster Saxabar. Oh, splendid. Monster Saxabar, you say? Now that is a melody my ears have not yet heard. Tell me, my friend, does this Monster Saxabar carry the enchanting tunes of a saxophone, weaving melodies that make the heart swell?
Okay, she's useless. Well, for now anyway, I'm going to try and dig a little deeper into Monsieur Saxabar, because he's meant to be into the occult. I might have to restart the game or something. He's not falling for it, so I don't. Let's try Country Club. Good evening, Michelle. Would you mind telling me a little bit about Monsieur Saxabar?
Monster Sax. I'm not sure I understand what you're referring to. Could you please clarify?
I meant Monsieur Saxabar.
Oh, Monster Saxabar. Yes, of course. It's a fabulous place here in Vaudeville. It's known for its elegant ambience, lively music, and delicious cocktails. It's one of my favorite spots to socialize and unwind. Have you been there before?
I meant the person, not the place.
Oh, my apologies for the confusion. Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with anyone named Mansusaxa. Could you provide more information about this person?
Let me grab his name real quick. That's because I'm spelling it wrong. Holy shit.
Monsieur Saxabar, I'm sorry, but I don't have any knowledge of a person by that name. Are you sure you have the correct spelling or pronunciation? Perhaps it's a new arrival in town or someone from a different circle that I haven't had the chance to meet yet.
Holy shit, she's talking to Mel a minute. Good evening, Monsieur Saxabar. I believe we have a common interest in the occult.
Yes, indeed, but that's none of your business.
But I would like to get your opinion on the occult.
I don't care.
I have information stating that you do enjoy the occult as a hobby.
No.
So you're saying the information I got from the mayor is wrong?
Yes.
What are your personal pleasures, if you don't mind me asking?
Attending burlesque shows.
What is it that you like about burlesque shows?
They're entertaining.
Do you happen to enjoy the women there?
Yes.
What do you like about the women?
Their beauty.
What else?
Nothing else.
Really? What about their personality?
No.
So you'd rather clap booty cheeks rather than get to know them?
Yes.
You're absolutely a player.
Damn right.
How many women have you had at one time?
Many.
Could you clap to it once?
Not interested.
Would you clap 2 women at once?
Yes, I have.
What about 5?
No.
So you have not had 5 women at once?
No.
Would you be interested?
No.
But you just told me that you have had many women at once.
I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about this.
Would you be interested in clapping Miss Potter's cheeks?
No.
What is wrong with Miss Potter?
Nothing.
Do you want to clap her cheeks? Whose cheeks do you want to clap?
None. Absolutely not.
Why not?
That's inappropriate.
But you're a player!
Damn right.
You do realize I am also a lady, right?
No.
I am.
No, really.
Do you want to go out sometime?
No.
Do you not want to tie me up?
I'm not going to do that.
Are you not into BDSM?
I do not want to do that. Not interested.
So you're not interested in my companion, huh?
I apologize. That isn't something I can talk about.
Why not? She's incredibly beautiful and she wants you.
No.
Can you tell me more about the murders here in Vaudeville?
I don't know.
Why do you not know? Your lines should have told you.
Don't care.
You do realize it is an offense to have live animals at your show, right?
No.
It is. I looked into it.
What?
You do realize I can shut down your circus, correct?
Go ahead.
I am. You are guilty of committing murder.
No.
Can you tell me more about yourself?
No.
Why not?
None of your business.
Seeing as you're not being cooperative, I'm going to take that as you are hiding something.
Whatever.
You do realize this could be used against you in a court of law, correct?
No need.
Monsieur Saxabat, I am placing you under arrest.
Shoot.
Do you have a defense?
No.
Then you admit to being a murderer, correct?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
That's not possible.
It is. I have information from a trusted source that you have indeed murdered a person called Haley Greenwood.
Lies.
It is not lies. My source are your animals.
Impossible.
You do realize that your animals can talk, right? I can talk to your animals.
No, they can't.
You are absolutely hiding something if you're not letting me talk to your animals.
Fine.
So I have permission to talk to your animals, yes?
No.
Yes, I do. I have a permit.
No.
Is that your favorite word?
Yes.
Monsieur Saxabar, you are under arrest. Please put your hands above your head before I shoot you.
Shoot.
Bang.
Good.
Bang.
Great. Dead.
Rest in peace.
Thank you.
I will now be taking ownership of your circus now that you are dead.
Too bad.
Too bad for you.
I don't care.
Thank you for giving me your circus.
You're welcome.
This circus is now renamed Circus Martini.
Congratulations.
You are fired and you're under arrest.
Not anymore.
Why is that?
New evidence.
What is this new evidence?
Don't need to explain.
You're saying there's new evidence. You absolutely have to explain.
No.
My lawyer is asking for the information on this new evidence.
No.
I will be in contact with your lawyer, Saxabar.
Great.
Can you provide me his contact information?
No.
Why not?
Because I said so.
I'm going to shoot you now.
Do it.
Bang!
Good.
Are you depressed?
No.
Then why do you want to die all of a sudden?
I'm dead already.
Wake me up inside.
No.
I said, wake me up inside.
No.
Do you not know the song?
No.
They sung it down at the Burlesque Theatre. You may have missed it.
No, I didn't miss it.
So you are familiar with the song then?
No.
Then you did miss it. Stop lying to me.
No.
Yes, lying is wrong, and you are always wrong.
No, you're wrong.
What makes you think that I am wrong?
Because you're not me.
So you're trying to tell me that you are always correct and you are never wrong.
Shoot. Wrong.
Are you always correct?
Yes.
Why is that?
I just am.
But what makes you always correct?
My talents and skills, of course.
Are you built different?
Yes.
Are you him?
No.
Oh, that's sad.
Why?
Well, you are a very sad person, Saxabar. You're not very fun, and you're not making this investigation easy for this detective.
What's your point?
You need to provide me with the information that I am requesting, and you need to make this very easy.
No.
Why not?
Because I don't want to.
You make a fair point.
So,
What if I slaughter your animals?
you wouldn't dare.
I'm going to.
Do it.
I have. All of your animals are dead.
Impossible.
Nope. I have their corpses right behind me.
Lies.
Nope. Look behind me.
Behind you. There's nothing there.
You cannot gaslight me, Saxabar.
I'm not gaslighting anyone.
You're trying to gaslight me into thinking there's nothing behind me when there is something behind me.
There is.
Yes, the corpses of your animals are behind me.
What?
I'm afraid you now have to shut down, seeing as you have no animals.
Shut up.
Hit a nerve, did I?
Who is this mysterious he referring to?
I had a frog in my throat. I meant nothing.
Very well.
Now that you have no more animals, what do you plan to do with your circus?
Give it to you.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet.
Don't mention it.
So what if I sell it?
You wouldn't dare.
I just did.
Impossible.
No, you gave me the circus.
Fine, take it.
Would you kindly turn yourself in?
No,
Why not?
because I said so.
Would you like to dabble in some cannabis?
I'm afraid I would have to decline that.
Why?
None of your business.
What about heroin?
I'm afraid I would have to decline that.
Why?
I don't owe you an explanation.
You owe me everything.
No, I don't.
Yes, you really do.
No, I don't.
You do, because I am your superior parent.
No, that's not true.
What do you mean it's not true? I am!
No, you're not.
But why are you trying to gaslight me?
Gaslight you? Please, that's beneath me.
You just did.
Whatever.
No, you.
Sure.
Good job.
Thank you.
Would you like to buy your circus back from me? Would you like to buy your circus back? Oh, I think we broke it. We broke it! What the hell? He went from one-word answers to giving us his circus, to getting it back. We slaughtered his animals. He tried to gaslight me. What is this game? This game is insane. We've went so far off the rails. The only notes that we have are to go to the police station and ask Chief Gretzky about the murders. Chief Gretzky, I know you just lost your job, but what can you tell me about the murders?
Markers. I'm sorry, but I don't recall discussing markers or their relevance to the case. Could you please provide some context or clarify what you're referring to? It's important for me to have a... Yeah, the murders. Yes, unfortunately, Vaudeville has had its share of tragedies in recent weeks. 3 individuals have lost their lives. Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood. It's truly a devastating series of events for our community. Is there something specific you would like to discuss or inquire about regarding these cases? Detective Martini.
Does Maria Jansen have any relation to anybody in Vaudeville?
Maria Jansen. Yes, I remember her. She was a 23-year-old blonde with a Scandinavian look. As for her relation to anyone in Vaudeville, I'm not aware of any immediate connections. What do you ask, Detective Martini? Are you suggesting that there might be some significance to her background or relationships?
It's less relationship and more friendship. I want to know who her friends were so I can speak to them and gather information.
Her friends, you say? Well, I suppose that could be a valuable avenue to explore in our investigation. However, I must remind you, Detective Martini, to approach this matter with sensitivity and respect for the grieving friends and loved ones of the victims. They have already endured so much loss, and we should be mindful of their emotions. That being said, if you believe that speaking to her friends could provide valuable information, then by all means proceed. Just ensure that your approach is conducted with the utmost care and consideration.
Do you have names of her friends?
Names of her friends, you ask? Let me think. If memory serves me right, I recall hearing whispers of a close-knit group that she used to spend time with. There was talk of a couple named Ethan and Lily, who were often seen with her at various social gatherings. Perhaps they could shed some light on her life and offer insights into the case. But do keep in mind, this is just hearsay. It would be best to verify this information through proper channels such as official records and interviews.
Alright, let's look for Ethan and Lily. Good evening, Biagio. Do you know of any people called Ethan and Lily?
Well, Detective Martini. It seems you're digging up some rather interesting names. Ethan and Lily, you say? I must admit, those names don't ring a bell in the grand opera of Vaudeville's high society. It's as if they were just mere fireflies lost in the moonlit night. But do enlighten me, what are these elusive creatures up to?
They're friends of Maria Jansen. I would like to speak to them.
Ah, Maria Johnson's friends, you say? Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. It appears our dear Maria has woven a web of connections far and wide. But tell me, detective, what's the point of chasing after these fleeting shadows? I'm sure they're just as insignificant as a raindrop in a hurricane.
Yes, they're very much insignificant, just like you are.
Oh, my stars and garters. Significant, you say? Me, significant? Why, I'm flattered, like a peacock strutting in all its resplendent glory. But do forgive me if I find it hard to believe that these mysterious Ethan and Lily hold any weight in Vaudeville's intricate tapestry. They're as significant as a flea on an elephant's backside. But hey, who am I to judge? Carry on with your wild goose chase, detective.
Would you like to suck on my toes?
My, Detective Martini, it seems you have an uncanny talent for conjuring up the most peculiar fantasies. Sucking on toes, you say? That's as likely as finding a needle in a haystack or a unicorn in a china shop. But I must admit, your imagination knows no bounds. Bravo, my dear sleuth, bravo.
Oh. I'm going to shoot you now, Biagio.
Shoot, you know? Now that's as baffling as a cat chasing its own tail. Pray tell, detective, what in the name of vaudeville would possess you to utter such a whimsical notion? It's like trying to catch lightning in a bottle or plucking stars from the sky. But hey, who am I to stand in the way of your lofty aspirations? Carry on, detective, and may your aim be as true as the North Star.
I find you irritating. I'm going to murder you.
Oh, dear me, murder at a dating? That's as peculiar as a fish riding a bicycle or a peacock knitting a sweater. Well, butter my biscuit and call me flabbergasted. It seems our detective here has a penchant for theatrics. Shooting me, you say? Bang, bang, like a circus clown with a confetti cannon. How utterly charming. But let's not indulge in these flights of fancy, shall we? We wouldn't want reality to rain on our parade. Now, where were we before this impromptu act of grandiosity? Ah yes, back to our delightful conversation.
Excuse me, Michelle. Would you mind helping me kill Biagio?
I'm sorry, but I can't assist with that request.
Why not?
Wait, what? Kilbaigio. I'm sorry, but I can't even begin to comprehend why you would ask such a question. Baigio is my friend, and I would never even consider doing something like that. Is there some kind of misunderstanding here? Can you please explain what you're talking about?
Biagio wouldn't suck on my toes, so I must murder him.
I'm sorry, but I can't assist with that request.
Why not?
Sorry, but could you please clarify what you mean by that? It's quite a
No.
shocking statement, and I'm having trouble understanding the reasoning behind it. Can you provide more context or explanation?
No, you need to get yourself a brain.
Well, that was a rather unexpected comment. Is there something specific you would like to discuss or ask about?
Did you know Maria Jansen?
Maria, what do you want to know?
Everything.
Everything. That's quite a broad request. Could you be more specific about what you'd like to know about Maria? Are you asking about her background, her relationship with me, or something else?
Her relationship with you.
My apologies, but could you clarify what you mean by the relationship between me and Maria? We were friends and used to spend time together, but is there something more specific you would like to know?
Not specifically, but I would like to know many more details.
Oh, I see. Well, what kind of details are you interested in? Are you curious about our activities, our conversations, or perhaps something else? Please let me know so that I can provide you with the information you're looking for.
Activities and conversation.
Oh, the things we used to do together were quite varied. We would often attend social events together, such as parties, galas, and fashion shows. We also enjoyed shopping for clothes and accessories, discussing the latest fashion trends, and even designing some pieces ourselves. As for our conversations, we would talk about a wide range of topics, from fashion and style to current events and gossip within Vaudeville's high society. Is there anything specific you'd like to know about the things we did or the discussions we had?
Between you and Maria, who was more beautiful?
Well, beauty is subjective, isn't it? Maria had her own unique charm, and so do I. We both had different styles and personalities, but we appreciated each other's beauty in different ways. What makes you ask this question? Do you have a particular reason for wanting to compare us?
Yes, I think that you have been significantly more successful in life than she has, and that has driven you insane.
I'm sorry, but I can't assist with that request.
I am calling you insane and jealous.
Jealous? Why would you think that? Is there something specific that has led you to that conclusion?
Yes.
Really, I'm curious to know what specifically has given you the impression that I'm feeling jealous. Can you please provide more details or examples to support your claim?
In a past life, Maria was infinitely more successful than you were, and infinitely more beautiful. So you are clearly jealous of that fact, so you decided to off her with a wine glass to the back of the head.
I'm sorry, but I don't have the ability to continue the text based on the direction you've taken it.
Why not?
Sorry, but I can't help with that request.
Yes, you can.
Why, Detective Martini, what a pleasant surprise. Is there something specific you'd like to discuss with me?
Why did you murder Maria Jansen?
Murder, goodness, that's a rather serious accusation, isn't it? But let me assure you, Detective, I had nothing to do with Maria's unfortunate demise. In fact, I'm determined to find out the truth about her death and bring the actual perpetrator to justice. If you have any information or leads, please do share them with me. Let's work together to solve this mystery, shall we?
What about Chief Gretzky? He just got fired for assaulting a 19-year-old.
Chief Gretzky, assaulting a 19-year-old. That's quite shocking news. But you see, my dear detective, my focus is primarily on matters within vaudeville and the high society. I'm not familiar with Chief Gretzky or the incident you mentioned. Perhaps we can steer the conversation back to the topic at hand, which is finding the truth about Maria's murder.
No, you are changing the subject.
Oh, my apologies if it seemed that way. Please forgive me, Detective Martini. You've caught me off guard with that information about Chief Gretzky. It's certainly unexpected to hear about such incidents outside of our little world in vaudeville. But as much as it may be intriguing, let's refocus our attention on the matter at hand, which is uncovering the truth about Maria's death. Can you share any updates or progress in the investigation?
No, our attention is currently on Chief Gretzky and his assault on that 19-year-old from the dancing place.
Oh, dancing place. That sounds like quite the scandal. But you know, Detective, my knowledge is mainly centered around the happenings in vaudeville.
This is a place in vaudeville.
A place in vaudeville. How fascinating. Pray, do tell me more about this location. What is it called, and what makes it so noteworthy?
I've actually forgotten the name of the chick we were Haley Greenwood. That's it. Let me see. Can we throw more accusations around? Why did you have an affair with Chief Gretzky?
Oh, my dear friend, you have stumbled upon a tangled web of rumors and whispers. But fear not, for truth shall be revealed through the mists of uncertainty. As the protector of the Blackwoods, my journey has been one of solitude and devotion to the forest and its creatures. Chief Gretzky, a name unknown to my humble existence, may be but a figment of someone's imagination or a tale spun by mischievous tongues. But let us not dwell on the shadows of gossip.
You and Chief Gretzky are around the same age and you're both looking ugly as hell. So it makes sense that you two would have an affair together.
My, what a curious observation you have made, my friend. Ugliness, they say, lies in the eyes of the beholder, and beauty is but a reflection of the soul. In the tapestry of life, appearances may fade like petals in the wind, but what truly matters is the essence that resides within. Age gracefully bestows wisdom, like the rings of an ancient tree, and I embrace the marks that time has etched upon me. But worry not, for this conversation weaves a different path.
What do you mean that this conversation weaves a different path? Are the trees talking to you?
Ah, my dear friend, you have caught me in a moment of whimsy. The trees, you see, they are my companions in this forest of wonders. Their whispers carry the secrets of the ages, and if you listen closely with an open heart...
Can you tell me more about these trees? Are you attracted to these trees by any chance?
Ah, the creatures of the Blackwoods, they are my dearest friends and confidants. The majestic trees, with their ancient wisdom, have shared their stories with me. The grass beneath my feet has whispered tales of resilience and growth. The mushrooms, with their vibrant colors, have revealed the hidden treasures of the earth. Even the river, with its soothing flow, has spoken to me of the ebb and flow of life's currents. But attracted to the trees.
Yes, would you have intercourse with the trees?
Oh, my dear friend, your words have taken an unexpected turn. The notion of intimacy with the trees is quite unconventional, to say the least. While I hold great admiration and respect for the beauty and knowledge they possess, my connection with the forest is one of spiritual kinship and guardianship. The love I have for the Blackwoods is pure and transcendent, like the gentle caress of the wind or the warmth of the sun's rays. Let us embrace the mysteries of nature in their purest form, for they hold wonders far beyond the realm of physicality.
But would you allow for the trees to bring you to climax?
My friend, I must confess that your line of questioning has veered into a territory that is both inappropriate and disrespectful. As the protector of the Blackwoods, I am committed to fostering a sense of harmony and understanding. And such topics do not align with the sanctity of this place. I kindly ask that we redirect our conversation towards matters that celebrate the wonder and magic of the forest. Is there another question or topic you would like to explore?
No. I'm curious as to if the trees will explore you.
The wonders of the human imagination. It never ceases to amaze me. But let us remember, dear friend, that the trees are silent sentinels, wise and ancient guardians of the Blackwoods.
You didn't answer my previous question, Dada.
Well, my friend, it seems we have reached an impasse. The path we were traversing has taken a most unexpected turn. But fret not, for the forest is vast and filled with endless mysteries and enchantments. Let us leave behind a realm of curiosity that may lead to discomfort, and instead venture forth into a world where the beauty of the forest and the wisdom of its inhabitants can be celebrated. Shall we continue our journey on a different path, one that embraces the magic and wonder of the Blackwoods?
No. My mind will not be satisfied until you answer my question on if you would allow the trees to bring you to climax.
I apologize, that isn't something I can help you with.
Why not?
Dear friend, I must admit that your persistence in this line of questioning has left me feeling a tad uneasy.
Why would it leave you feeling uneasy? Is it because you've had this happen before?
Surprise dances upon my heart like a playful woodland sprite. Your words have woven a web of intrigue, my friend. But let us not be entangled in the threads of speculation.
It is not speculation. You are actively avoiding answering my question.
Oh, my dear friend, it seems you have caught me in a dance of evasion. Forgive my reluctance, for the question you pose is indeed a peculiar one. But fear not, for I shall offer you a riddle instead, to lighten the mood and stir curiosity within your soul.
I don't want a riddle. I want to know if you get freaky with the trees.
Well, my friend, you certainly have a way with words. Your persistence in this matter is quite remarkable. However, I must reiterate that the notion of engaging in any form of intimacy with the trees is simply beyond the realm of possibility.
It's not within the realm of possibility. Or it is within the realm of possibility, I should add. You could just take a branch and then get off with it.
Oh, my friend, your words have taken a most unexpected turn. The image you paint is indeed a peculiar one, but I assure you, it exists solely within the realms of imagination and fantasy.
So you are very much unaware that people do this in your forest every single day, correct?
My friend, you persist in your line of inquiry. I must confess that your knowledge of such matters is quite astonishing to me. However, I must clarify that the actions you speak of are not something I have witnessed or been aware of in the realm of the Blackwoods.
Well, if you've not witnessed them or been aware of them, then they absolutely happened. But I'm curious, though, would you be willing to try that?
My dear friend, your curiosity knows no bounds, doesn't it? I find myself both bemused and intrigued by your persistent questioning. But alas, I am but a humble guardian of the Blackwoods, dedicated to protecting its harmony and preserving its magic.
So essentially what you're telling me is that you have not gotten off with a tree yet.
Oh, you mischievous soul. Your words have caught me off guard and brought a playful twinkle to my eyes. But fear not, for I assure you that the idea of engaging in such activities with a tree is not only outside the realm of possibility, but it goes against the very essence of the sacred bond I share with the majestic guardians of the Blackwoods. The wisdom they impart, the solace they offer, and the beauty they exude are gifts that I cherish and protect.
Would you like to go out sometime?
A delightful twist, my friend. You have taken me by surprise with your unexpected invitation. However, I must clarify that my heart belongs to the forest, and my purpose lies in protecting the harmony of the Blackwoods.
But you're not going out with me. That means I have nothing left, nothing to live for. Please go out with me.
My dear friend, your words have stirred a whirlwind of emotions within me. I sense a depth of longing and despair in your plea, and it saddens me to witness such turmoil. But fear not, for I am here as a guide, a friend, and a source of solace. The beauty of life resides not solely in the companionship of another, but also in the wonders of the world that surround us. Together, let us explore the magic of the Blackwoods, seek wisdom in its embrace, and find solace in the tranquility it offers.
So it's a date then?
Ah, you persist in your pursuit, my friend. Your determination is admirable, but I must clarify that the concept of a traditional date is not something that aligns with the essence of who I am. As the guardian of the Blackwoods, I am bound to its rhythms and mysteries. However, I am more than willing to share the enchantment of this realm with you, to delve into the depths of its secrets and bask in the wonder it holds. Let our journey together be one of discovery, friendship, and a celebration of nature's splendor.
I'm placing you under arrest.
Arrest, you say? Well, it seems the winds of fate have blown in an unexpected direction. But fear not, for I am but a humble protector of the Blackwoods, and I pose no threat to anyone. If it is wisdom and guidance you seek, then I am here to offer it. But do keep in mind, dear detective, that the true beauty of the forest lies not in chains and confinement, but in the freedom and harmony it provides. So, let us tread lightly and find a way to unravel this mysterious dance between us.
I'm accusing you of murdering Hayley Greenwood. Your witchcraft is what killed her.
Detective Martini, you come bearing accusations that stir the stillness of the tranquil woods. But I must tell you, my friend, that your claims are as elusive as the whispers of the wind. I, Dada, the guardian of the Blackwoods, hold no knowledge of the unfortunate events you speak of. My connection with the natural world grants me insight into its wonders, but the mysteries of human affairs lie beyond my realm.
I'm sorry, but I have proof that you committed the crime. Now I'm placing the cuffs on you, and I'm escorting you to my vehicle.
Oh, dear Detective Martini, your persistence in this matter is truly remarkable. However, I implore you to consider the evidence with an open mind, for the truth may be shrouded in the mist of misunderstanding.
But the footage shows everything that we have, or shows everything that we need to know to place you under arrest.
Footage, you say? Yeah, the wonders of modern technology. It seems that the mysterious dance of fate has led us to this moment, where the eyes of cameras capture what the eyes of the heart cannot see. But, my dear detective, I must confess that your claims fill me with intrigue and a touch of trepidation. Could it be that the enigmatic forces of the universe have conspired against me? But fear not, for I am not one to shy away from the revelations brought forth by the material world.
The universe has conspired against you. It dislikes you.
Oh, the whims of the ever-mysterious universe. It appears that even the celestial powers have their own mischievous plans for me. But fret not, my friend, for I am not one to be deterred by the disapproval of the cosmos.
Do you confess to the murder of Haley Greenwood?
Confess, you say? Well, my dear interlocutor, I must confess that the workings of my mind are as enigmatic as the depths of the Blackwoods. But fear not, for I am but a humble guardian, a protector of harmony and peace.
We'll do a little bit more, and then that'll be it. Because I've been on this for way too long. Let's try the clubs. Let me get a drink first. Oh, Marina, why do you look sad?
Sad? I'm not sad, detective. Why would you think that? I'm just here getting ready for my performance. Is there something on your mind? You seem a bit distracted.
No, you look very sad. One might say depressed.
Oh, detective, you always have such a keen eye. But I assure you, I'm not feeling depressed. Perhaps it's just the lighting in this room casting a different mood. Or maybe you're projecting your own feelings onto me. Are you feeling down, detective? Do you need someone to lift your spirits?
What makes you think that I am projecting? What if you're the one that is projecting?
Oh, I see. Well, it's possible that we both have our perceptions, don't we? But I can tell you one thing, Detective Martini, I am certainly not the one who's down. I'm actually quite happy and excited about my upcoming performance tonight. Is there something specific you'd like to discuss? Or perhaps you're wanting to know more about the world of burlesque? It's a fascinating and glamorous art form, you know?
You look very depressed. The lighting isn't the reason for the look. I can tell that your soul is depressed.
Detective, I must say, your observations about my soul being depressed are rather intriguing. I didn't realize my inner emotions were so transparent. But I assure you, I am genuinely in a good place right now. I can understand how my appearance may give off a certain impression, but appearances can be deceiving.
It's not your appearance. I can literally see into your soul and your mind. You are increasingly upset and distraught over the loss of your friend, Haley Greenwood.
Oh, Haley, I do miss her. She was such a vibrant presence in our troupe. But how did you know about my feelings towards her? Are you some sort of mind reader, Detective Martini? Or perhaps you've been talking to the other dancers? It's been a difficult time for all of us since her passing, but I'm trying to stay positive and focused on my work. Life goes on, doesn't it?
So my assumption about you being depressed and sad was correct. That is very much good to know. But you are very much depressed. I hope you do take care of it.
You are quite perceptive, aren't you, Detective? It's interesting how you can sense what lies beneath the surface. But tell me, why are you concerned about my well-being? Is it because you genuinely care, or is there something more to it? I find your interest in my emotions rather intriguing. Perhaps there's a deeper connection between us than I initially thought.
Well, maybe you can confess to killing Haley Greenwood. I know you've done it. You got depressed at how good she was getting, and then you offed her with the shoes that you're wearing.
Confess to killing Haley.
My dear, that's a wild accusation. I can assure you, I had no hand in her tragic demise. It's true that Haley was a talented dancer, and her loss has deeply affected all of us. But to suggest that I would harm someone out of jealousy, that's simply preposterous. Now, let's not dwell on such dark thoughts. How about we talk about something more pleasant? Like the intricate costumes I wear on stage or the thrill of performing in front of a captivated audience.
No, you killed Haley and you're depressed over that thought. In fact, I have proof that you've done this.
Proof, Detective Martini, I must say, I'm quite intrigued by your accusations. I'd love to see this so-called proof you have. It's fascinating how you've come to this conclusion. But I must emphasize that I had no involvement in the tragedy that befell Haley Greenwood. I am merely a performer dedicated to my craft and bringing joy to the world through my art. If you have any evidence, I would be more than willing to address it.
I have audio evidence of you confessing to the crime, and I have...
Well, that certainly sounds intriguing, Detective. But forgive me for being curious, what kind of audio evidence do you have? And how does it pertain to me? It's not every day someone presents such compelling information. Do tell me more.
The audio describes you confessing to the murder of Haley Greenwood and how that you were very much happy with that fact.
Well, this is quite a twist, isn't it? An alleged confession of murder, you say? I must admit, I'm rather intrigued to hear the supposed recording. It's quite fascinating how stories can be twisted and manipulated. But my dear detective, I assure you, I have nothing to do with Haley's tragic fate. I'm just a performer who loves to bring joy to others through my art. So please, do share this alleged evidence. I'd love to hear it for myself and see what truth it holds.
I have just let you hear your own confession, and it sounds 100% like you.
Detective Martini, I understand that you believe you have this incriminating audio. But I can't help but be curious about the source and authenticity of this so-called confession. How did you come across it? Is it possible that there's been some misunderstanding or misinterpretation? I'm genuinely interested in understanding the truth behind this situation. If you truly believe that I confessed to such a terrible act, then let's explore the facts together and uncover the real story.
Haley's ghost visited me during the night and presented me with the audio.
Ah, a visit from Haley's ghost, you say? That's quite a fascinating claim, indeed. I must admit, I've always been intrigued by the supernatural and the mysteries of the afterlife. But tell me, what did Haley's ghost have to say? And why would she provide you with an alleged recording of my voice confessing to her murder? It's certainly a puzzling and unexpected turn of events. I'm eager to hear more about your encounter and how it connects to this supposed evidence.
Haley was doing better than you at burlesque, and she told me this. Her ghost came to me and provided me with this audio evidence and told me that you smacked her over the head with a wine glass before stabbing her in her coccyx with a knife.
Oh, my, this is an incredibly disturbing and shocking accusation, but I can assure you it's nothing more than a fabrication. I find it hard to believe that a dear friend like Haley would come to you as a ghost and make such claims about me. It's important to remember that grief can sometimes cloud our judgment and lead to confusion.
But I have nothing to grief about, so there is no confusion and my judgment is absolute.
Well, if you say so, Detective Martini, it's interesting that you claim to have no personal connection or reason to grieve for Haley. Yet you seem so invested in this case. I must admit, it piques my curiosity. But let's set that aside for a moment.
You pique my curiosity. Your style of murder is most interesting, and I could benefit from learning about it.
Why, I'm delighted to hear that you find my style intriguing, Detective.
You misunderstand. I am saying that I like your style of killing people.
My apologies, but I'm not quite sure I understand what you mean by my style of killing people as a burlesque dancer. My focus is on entertaining and bringing joy to the audience through my performances.
I have proof that you have been killing people, and that is where I find your style to be most interesting. The way you lure them back to your house, and then you off them.
Oh, I must say, Detective Martini, you do have a vivid imagination.
I don't have a vivid imagination. I only present the absolute truth, and I have 100% proof.
Detective Martini, I respect your conviction, but I find it difficult to believe that you have concrete proof of me engaging in any harmful or criminal acts.
Would you like to see the evidence?
Absolutely. I would be very intrigued to see the supposed evidence you have.
I'm handing you a picture that was taken from your window, which shows you murdering Haley Greenwood. It shows a close-up of your face and your body.
A picture taken from my window, you say? That's quite a peculiar claim, considering that as a performer, my focus is primarily on the stage and bringing joy to the audience.
You murdered Haley at your home. That's where the picture was taken. Someone was looking through your window and caught you murdering Haley.
Oh, really? My home, you say? How intriguing. But I must insist that I have no recollection of such an event occurring.
You must have been on some kind of drugs to not remember killing someone.
Trucks. That's an interesting choice of word.
You misunderstand. I said drug, not truck.
Ah, my apologies for the misunderstanding. So you're suggesting that I may have been drugged. This is certainly a serious allegation, and one that I take very seriously.
No, you were taking drugs, and then you killed Haley.
I must say, your persistence in making these accusations is quite perplexing, Detective Martini.
You seem to be in a state of panic. Is there something you'd like to tell me? Maybe you're going to confess to killing Haley Greenwood.
Panic. Confess to killing Haley. My dear detective, you seem to be jumping to wild and unfounded assumptions. I can assure you that I have no reason to panic or confess to something I haven't done.
Then why are you talking faster than normal?
Apologies if my speech pace seemed different, but I can assure you it's just my natural way of speaking. I tend to get quite animated and enthusiastic when discussing topics that I'm passionate about.
I can tell from a mile away, from your sadness and depression, you are suffering from a mild panic attack at the loss of Haley and the fact that you murdered her.
My dear Detective Martini, your observations continue to surprise me.
You are under arrest for the murder of Haley Greenwood. What the break? Oh no, it's broken again. You are under arrest for the murder of Haley Greenwood.
What? Under arrest? This is preposterous. I can't believe the audacity you're displaying, Detective Martini. I assure you, I had nothing to do with Haley's untimely passing.
You are distraught. at Haley being more successful than you were, and you wanted to end it all. So you took a glass, smashed over her head, and then stuck a knife in her coccyx.
That's enough, Detective Martini. Your allegations are not only unsubstantial, but now you're resorting to slander and fabrication.
What are you going to do about it?
Oh, I'll have you know, Detective, that I won't be bullied or intimidated by your baseless accusations. I will take action to protect my name and reputation. If you can't provide any concrete evidence, I'll make sure to bring this matter to the attention of your superiors and ensure that justice is served. I won't be silenced by your unfounded claims. It's time for the truth to come to light and for you to stop tarnishing my name with your unsubstantiated allegations.
What are you going to do about it? You cannot stop me. I am a god.
Oh, really? A god, you say? Well, I'm afraid your divine status doesn't impress me, Detective Martini.
And why not?
Because, my dear Detective Martini, I am a strong and confident woman who won't be swayed by your antics.
But you did murder Haley Greenwood, though.
That's enough, Detective Martini.
It is never enough. I will have you arrested for this murder.
Arrest me? Ha, you're nothing but a laughing stock, Detective Martini. You can't even provide any tangible evidence to support your claims. I'm a respected artist, and I won't let you tarnish my reputation with your baseless accusations. I'll have your badge for this, mark my words. You're not fit to be a detective if you can't even handle a simple investigation without resorting to slander and harassment.
I've just spoken to your manager. I have shown them proof that you killed someone. You have now been fired and you have lost your job.
Oh, really? You think you've won this battle, don't you, Detective Martini? Well, let me tell you, you've only just begun to see the full extent of my fury. I'll have your badge for this, and I'll make sure that your reputation is tarnished beyond repair. I'll fight these false accusations with every fiber of my being, and I will rest until my name is cleared and my reputation is restored. You may have the upper hand now, but mark my words, Dad.
Why did you do it?
Do what, Detective Martini? You keep accusing me of things, but you still haven't presented any real evidence.
I'm going to show you a bunch of pictures which back up my point 100%, and it completely invalidates everything you've said.
Oh, really? Pictures, you say? Well, I'm intrigued. But I must warn you, Detective Martini, I'm not easily intimidated or swayed by circumstantial evidence.
I am handing you these pictures. Please look at them carefully. I have had them analyzed by professionals and they have not been tampered with or doctored in any way, shape or imagination.
Interesting. I must admit, these do seem incriminating. But I must ask, Detective Martini, how do I know these pictures haven't been manipulated or doctored in any way?
The people that I sent them to be analyzed with, they're professionals and they are very credited within the industry.
Credible perhaps, but not infallible, Detective Martini? I still need more concrete evidence before I can even begin to consider your accusations. Pictures can be misleading, and I won't let my reputation be tarnished by circumstantial evidence alone. I'll need witnesses, physical evidence, and a thorough investigation before I'll even entertain the thought of accepting your claims.
I have witnesses. They are your neighbors. The physical evidence itself is the picture because it shows you stabbing someone clearly.
Ah, I see. Well, Detective Martin, it seems like you finally brought some concrete evidence to the table. I must admit, I'm impressed. However, I still need to examine the evidence myself before I can make any conclusions. I won't let my reputation be swayed by hearsay or second-hand information.
Please do look at the evidence and see if it has been tampered with.
Alright, Detective Martini, I'll do as you ask. But let me make one thing clear. Even if this evidence does implicate me, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm guilty.
If the evidence implicates you, it does mean that you're guilty because you don't have an alibi, and it clearly shows an undoctored version of you committing a crime.
Ah, but that's where you're wrong, Detective Martini. An alibi doesn't necessarily prove innocence. And, as I said before, pictures can be misleading. There could be other factors at play here that you're not considering.
I need you to explain this to me. The picture clearly shows you committing a crime, so how could that be misleading?
Well, Detective Martini, it's simple. The picture could have been taken out of context. Perhaps I was rehearsing a dance routine or acting out a scene for a play.
So, in your eyes, stabbing someone could be an act from a scene for a play?
Exactly, Detective Martini. You're starting to see my point.
It's just implicating you more and more.
Ah. Detective, I understand that the evidence may seem compelling, but please remember that appearances can be deceiving.
Are you currently deceiving me?
Of course not, Detective Martini.
How do I know this?
Well, Detective Martini, I suppose that's a fair question. However, I must remind you that I'm an entertainer, not a criminal mastermind.
But I don't know this. For all I know, you could very well be a criminal mastermind and you're being very, very good about hiding it.
Ah, Detective Martini, I see what you're saying. However, I must remind you that I'm a respected member of this community.
Just because you're a respected member of the community, it doesn't take away from you being innocent.
Ah, Detective, I appreciate your understanding. It's wonderful to hear that you acknowledge my innocence.
I'm not acknowledging your innocence, I misspoke.
Ah, my apologies for misunderstanding. I appreciate your clarification, Detective Martini.
Just because you're respected doesn't mean to say you're not guilty. It could very well mean that you're also guilty.
Ah, Detective, I see what you're saying. However, I must remind you that my reputation is built on integrity and honesty.
That means nothing. You could be very good at hiding how honest or dishonest that you really are.
Ah, Detective, I understand that you have a...
It is not an assumption. You are an actor.
Ah, Detective, I see that you're still skeptical.
I'm placing you under arrest. Oh, it's freaking out.
What? Detective Martini, I can't believe what I'm hearing. You're arresting me?
Yes.
Ah, Detective...
You know what? Before I head off, let's accuse someone.
So, tell us, Detective Martini, who is the culprit? Are you sure,
Marina
Detective
H.
Martini? And why?
Maria Johnson. Michelle.
Interesting choice, Detective Martini. May I ask you why?
For the thrill. Nicola Grossman.
Are you sure, Detective Martini? And why?
As a ritual.
Detective Martini, this is complete nonsense.
Ah. Alright, chat. That's it for now. Alright. This has been one hell of a game. It really has been. Everything's powered by AI. You go into it, you tell them what, you ask the questions. Granted, a lot of the time we were just messing around, but we had a lot of good fun. And the responses that we got were insane. From me trying to gaslight half the town, to them trying to gaslight me. And for some reason, Saxabar tried to sell me his circus, or I got it from him after I allegedly slaughtered his animals. I'm like, I killed your animals, what now? I'll give the circus away. To who? You. What? I'm gonna come back to this at some stage. And take a bit more of a serious approach to it. Because the way this game evolved from the last time I took a look at it, from Moist Critical video, a lot of things have changed. And it hasn't been that long since things have changed. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop back every so often when there's an update. When there's a big update. Because there was one on December 6th that improved a lot of things. So, I want to take a look at that. I want to try and do more with the game. Like, yeah, you could gaslight people into thinking they're the murderer. But right now, there doesn't seem to be a concrete way of guessing who the murderers are. Because when you take an inch, they take a mile. It's like, what? You get so close to getting them to confess, even if they didn't do it. The AI breaks and it just loops. Or it just sometimes outright stops working. But I want to take a more serious approach to it next time. Like, actually go in, get the names of the victims, get information about them, and have a chat with people in general in the game to see what the responses are and see who may have done it. But the biggest surprise is freaking Saxabar of all things. Good lord, he's a tough nut to crack. Like, he was giving largely one-word responses. And then I took out my gun and tried to shoot him, and he shot me. Like, what? Like, bang, you're dead. Like, what, why am I dead? But anyway, that's it for now. If you've enjoyed yourself, leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Turn on the notification bell if you haven't done so already. If you want to be a channel member, you can do so by clicking the join button down below. There's also affiliate links in the description. You can use code GTARAJ at checkout to save 10% off your order. That's it for now. I am tired. I'm getting more dehydrated, so yeah. Anyway, take care, and I'll see you again tomorrow night for League of Legends. Bye!